Good morning, everybody. Good morning. And welcome to the Funkable Operator Podcast, episode 40. This is Jay Funkadelic speaking to y'all about the situation in life, how people drive me nuts sometimes, and making sure that people don't give a damn about life and really understanding why people are going to be harassing you or doing some crazy stuff about how you feel about the situation going down for your time well-being. Well, I'm letting you know that people are going to be acting crazy still, continuing doing dumb stuff, or people are just going to be very sarcastic and people are not going to be your friend or what, never, because there's a lot of crazy people out there don't respect nothing in life, and some of these cats don't respect the Bible and do what they want and really want to make a butt out of you for a situation, how people get crazy and crunk and being messed up for that type of situation and a reason. You know what I'm talking about in this podcast. This is the Funkable Operator Podcast, episode 40. We all know that people are not going to be themselves, and they don't want to believe in themselves, and they want to do stupid things. They don't want to mind their goddamn business for some type of reason that a lot of people maybe want to jerk you for money or taking advantage of your stupid life, but people don't even care. People are really going to turn you down or want to kill you for something that you didn't do for no goddamn reason. And there's only the way you can survive on your own, being that you like to watch football, basketball, baseball, or any type of sport like hockey or soccer. You know, congratulations to the Knicks. They won the other night, and the Yankees beat the Dodgers. Shout out to my boy Jackie Chan working on a new movie, The Karate Kid Legends. The Karate Kid was a classic movie that came out like 40 years ago with Mr. Miyagi. And The Karate Kid was a good movie. Speaking about The Karate Kid, you know, I had the video game from Nintendo Entertainment System, but I wasn't even playing it that much. I was playing it for a little bit, and then all of a sudden it just fell off. Because I did have Nintendo back in 85. How I reasoned that Nintendo's kind of old school. Well, I had the first Nintendo console back in the 80s, living on Barnes Avenue, 1817. But unfortunately, I don't live there no more. I'm in a new home. I've been living here for like 30-something years. And, you know, this house was like growing up, being who I want to be in life, taking advantage of every little thing that I'm knowing about, seeing life the way it should be, how people can get down for themselves and believe in themselves and stay out of trouble and do what the hell they want to do, and making sure everything's okay, that you don't get killed out there looking for first-degree murder, doing life in prison, doing all this crazy stuff that people are going to be like on your butt about a situation, thinking that people are going to be, you know, very sarcastic of what you do. People are going to boss you around to the day you're dead. I know your parents are going to boss you around to the day they're gone, but, you know, the situation goes on in life, how people feel about the situation, where the hell that I'm coming from. From Jay Funkadelic being on this podcast, no one understand that you got to represent the hip-hop game to the fullest. But if you don't like hip-hop, I don't care. That's your problem. Whatever genre you like listening to, you better be on the ball of what you're saying in life and do what you need to do. Recommending that I love the culture of hip-hop, and you like the culture of like listening to pop or rock or even R&B or country or jazz. It doesn't matter what kind of music genre you listen to. You're always going to rep the culture for it, even if you don't like hip-hop music. But I understand where people are coming from. I understand my cousin doesn't even listen to rap. Did you know he's not really a hip-hop fanatic? Did you know that I see how my cousin Johnny Bravo doesn't like rap? A lot of people on Instagram like hip-hop. A lot of people like rap. They like old other genres in music that I really want to feel or don't even feel at all. There are some types of genre of music that make you depressed. Some music can make you feel happy. Some music can make you feel excited, or some type of thing that you like to listen to on your radio, on your phone, or even on your Bluetooth speaker. We really recommended that people are going to, you know, go to work every day, support themselves, have a good salary when they get paid, making the money that they should make in life, and making sure everything is okay for them, you know, themselves. Being that I am recommended to be somebody who knows how people really want to achieve life and get themselves a job, or maybe like, have a resume ready to be rocking to like writing, making your resume, getting the job, going on an interview, and be trained how to do the job correctly. That's how the world is today. When you want to do the job correctly, and seeing that people, when you do the job correctly, the bosses and the managers will really respect you. From the time being, people are really going to respect you if you do the right thing in life. But if you don't do the right thing in life, people are going to look at you down. People are like people are going to act bad. You know what I'm saying? You're going to get aggravated. You're going to get frustrated. You're going to hit yourself in the head from that type of situation that you're really going through. Don't even make a butt out of yourself. You know what the hell I'm talking about on this live. And realize that people are going to be in a civilization that people want to be acting like human beings and treating people like human beings and do what the hell they want to do for being a human being. My playlist of hip hop was the underground hip hop music that they play today, because underground hip hop music is for years and years and years being around this whole hip hop culture, and we gotta respect the elements that people want to write their lyrics, take their samples, and just make hip hop beats around them, chop up music, make a pattern over a hip hop beat, making sure everything's complete for the stuff you say. From the time being that I recommended that I'm a rapper, you know what I'm saying? It took me time to spit lyrics the way I should be spitting lyrics. It took me time to write lyrics with a pen and a pencil, putting commas on my bars. But some people got good taste in life. People believe that they don't like my music. I don't know what's wrong with these people, but I don't care. If you don't like my music, turn it off. I don't care. You will listen to other music. You listen to other music, but don't take me for granted if my music ain't even popping for you to listen to right in your ears. People are going to blame them but themselves and not really give a damn about anybody that I see in life. How people are going to feel about the situation and motivating how much rhymes are you be creating from doing everything you need to do and just get and be about your business. People are going to respect me as a man. People are going to treat me like a good fella, because I'm 100% Italian. A lot of people don't respect me as an Italian brother. They want to say the N-word all the time and thinking that I'm getting offended because I ain't no Negro. I'm the Italiano brother. I wasn't raised to be black. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people using that N-word all the time, and a lot of people that say N-words for white people, a lot of black people get offended from the stuff that you're saying to them, getting angry and saying all this crazy type of stuff that people not going to even feel you about it. So don't get it messed up. Jay Funkadelic is a rapper in his own prime, doing it for the own hip-hop culture and saying what I really say about people that are going to respect me and treat me like a goddamn man and making sure everything is okay for my own time being. You know what I'm talking about. This is the podcast of the facts, not the anxiety, not people talking crap about anything else. I'm keeping it clean. Shout to my pops. I know he had to interrupt my podcast, but that's okay. You know what I'm saying? I don't want people to be aggravating me if I'm doing a podcast. Who am I talking to? What am I saying? How I'm saying it? Not to be cursing, not to be kicking verses that's going to let people down or do some stupid stuff that I really think you should be a man and not give a damn. If you don't like my live, you can get off it. If you like my live, you can tune in. Anybody can tune in my live right now and talk to me, or they want to be on request like a friend that can really say what they say. I can invite to join anybody if I need to be on the Funkable Operator podcast, seeing what I'm seeing, how I recommended life, how I get down for minds, run down the own line that people are going to be doing what they need to do and not giving a damn about nobody else. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people never want to mind their business. A lot of people in this world are going to be in your business. A lot of people are going to have altercations. A lot of people are going to be, doing the craziest things that they never did. Well, they shouldn't have done it. You know what I'm saying? Who cares about what people do? I'm not worried about these other people that want to swing at me or like pick a fight or do anything crazy or saying what they say and try to like mess me up and get away with it or kill me for something and get away with it. That's not how life works. The only way life works is when you get a job, get a life, support yourself, get money. Even though I'm a degenerate gambler, it didn't mean anything. People gamble with their life a lot of times. And people could win money and people could lose a lot of money from gambling. You know what I'm saying? Because I gamble with the only techniques that I have from playing ponies when I go with my pops at the racetrack. You know what I'm talking about. You know how, the gambling situation when you play favorites or long shots, when you play one horse with all the horses, you know how things could be. Sorry for the stutter, you know how things could be in life. Making sure everything will be okay from your own freaking self. And we gotta like represent ourselves to be better male or females, to work very hard, getting money, getting paid from all the when people work so hard for what they do in life. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta follow rules and just pay attention to your peoples and making sure everything is okay from your own time being. You know how I feel about the situation when the New York Knicks won and they beat the Pacers when they won over 100 points, New York Knicks. I hope they win the championship because I'm saying my prayers about them winning the championship when they play in the basketball, even they're going to do it on a Monday at Madison Square Garden. You know what I'm saying? How many of y'all like the Knicks games? How many of y'all like the Yankees? How many of y'all like the Los Angeles Dodgers? You know what I'm saying? How many of y'all people like all these type of sports? Like when they play the Phoenix Suns. I remember like back in the day, there used to be like the Charlotte Hornets. You know what I'm saying? Like Orlando Magic or LA Lakers. How I see the situation go by for my own self, thinking that I like to watch basketball in my own period of time. Doing what I need to do and making sure everything is okay about the way you represent yourself. How do y'all feel about all these rappers that don't even write a rhyme and don't make a beat? You know what I'm saying? Making a beat that's louder than the vocals doesn't make you a rapper. You know what I'm saying? A beat could be very loud. It can sound like drill or trap, but the lyrics have to be louder. You got to turn off the lyrics to make it a better situation for yourself to rap good on the mic. You don't do that, you don't respect the culture, then I don't know what the F is your problem. You're making it hard to understand that people are going to like let you down, you're whack. These grown folks like to listen to trap. I don't care what people like, if the grown folks are going to be, how they want to do things, and then they want to like talk their stuff and get away with it. You know what I'm saying? People are not going to respect you in life. There's a lot of people don't respect nothing. You see how Tupac got killed. You know that Biggie got killed. You know Pop Smoke got killed, Nipsey Hussle. The list goes on from all the rappers that got shot for an altercation that they had from all the years. Rest in peace, shout out to DJ Mr. C. When he passed away, I was going through a lot of depression. Especially, I had more depression back in 2020 when they had the pandemic, when Fred the Godson passed away. I was going through a lot of depression. I had his phone number. He was my man. He gave me a shout out, on the mic, and he really made me feel good about him because I never disrespected him. I never had no altercation beef with him. I never didn't want to like mess around with him or sweat him or take advantage of the brother. But he's in God's hands. He's with my uncle, my three cousins that died, and rest in peace, shout out to Uncle Gary, Big Lou, Anthony, and everybody else that died from not really doing drugs, but I didn't want them to do drugs. You know what I'm saying? They died everything happens for a reason. Everything happens for a reason that people are just gonna not like you, not feel you. You know what I'm saying? People are not gonna even care about you. Even when you do better things, you tell the whole world you're doing better in life. A lot of people don't want to hear that. A lot of people are gonna suck their teeth and tell you, get the hell away from me. You're not even legit no more. You're not trying to be a rapper. You spit a rhyme and you sound like a mumble rapper. A lot of people ain't gonna feel you, bro. You gotta have the bars, you gotta have the moves and the stamina to be a better rapper, to be a better artist and MC, that you rock the mic and people, you stir so much. you're gonna have the audacity to get booed off stage. That's how I felt about the culture and the situation. Could be in my own vibe of doing what I need to do. I know Summer Jam is going to be a whack concert this year, but I've been to a lot of Summer Jams, but unfortunately I am not going no more Summer Jams because the formers are really corny. It's going to bore me to death, and I'm not really feeling them that much. I like going to better concerts with, like, for example, Rock the Bells or the Master P or SummerSlam. I've never been to SummerSlam my whole life. I would like to check it out because they're going to have it in MetLife Stadium out in New Jersey, like another month or so. And it's going to be fun. I'm going to have a good time. I can't wait to meet more wrestlers in the future. I can't wait to meet a lot of more wrestlers that I want to really meet and greet with it, to pay money, to take pictures, and do what they need to do in life. I like the WWE. You know what I'm saying? I love the WWE, being familiar than watching the WWF, the World Wrestling Federation. Now they made it World Wrestling Entertainment. Get the F out. And that's what they said on the, the television, watching Monday Night Raw on USA, watching SmackDown on USA Network. You know what I'm saying? I'm feeling some good wrestlers that, how to body slam people, like jumping, like high definition for themselves to be better performers in the ring, pinning you 1, 2, 3, and then you're out for that type of doubt. All these rappers and wrestlers, they represent themselves to the fullest, and they get what they want and have the fame, and treating the fans very good about how people understand why that people are going to be, having fun and a good time, knowing that you're in the crowd watching a wrestling event. It could be any event that you want to go to and enjoy yourself, and you feeling the vibe to, like, watch tennis or basketball, etc., or whatever. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people that just, not trying to be too cocky about the situation, that people are going to really feel it or smell it or any type of way. If you say, when you smell the rock is cooking, you know what I'm talking about. You know how people are not going to respect you if you like something. You tell everybody on the block you like something, but most people ain't going to be feeling you. They're going to suck your teeth till you get away from me. People are going to really ignore you. People are not going to say nothing to you. You keep bothering the ladies in the street. You're going to get your butt kicked from doing that type of stuff. And you know what I'm saying? But that's where all the drama starts in people's minds. All the drama starts when girls suck your teeth. They look at you hard. The boyfriend wants to beat you up, or really want to beat you up and really want to get away with that type of situation. You know what? This is Jay Funkadelic, the Funkable Operator Podcast. I'll check you on the next one. Peace.